Hey everybody, welcome back to Out of 7 Beer Reviews. Today we're going to be venturing into the wonderful world of dark beer by looking at this chocolate porter, Shake by Boulder Beer. As I was checking out of my beer store the other day, I asked, is there anything new that I should take a look at? Anything you want me to try? And this is one of the one that was suggested to me. And incidentally, if you saw the video about Insetto Sour, that was also one that was suggested, and that did not come out favorably. Now, this is a chocolate porter, a 5.9% by Boulder Beer out of Denver, Colorado. And upon first look, the can is really just a long stretched landscape. Looks like a picture of a mountaintop, mountainside, hillside, and apparently it's a picture that somebody actually took. And I'm assuming this is the local scenery in Colorado. Colorado is one of my favorite places to visit, and I try to make trips there whenever I can. And I will be featuring another Denver brewery in a later video. But first we're going to take a look at this one. I'm not familiar with this brewery, and like I said, this is a, new arrival in the area, so it was suggested that I try it out. Let's take a look. Pours a very little head, very smooth, dark, very almost like a coffee color to it. So just by looking at it, it's reasonably inviting, frothy, with the smell of some chocolate off the top. The can really is not too much to look at, but again, that doesn't really factor in very highly. Visuals, we'll say about a 3 out of 7, about average. Maybe a 4, be perfectly average. Now to give it a taste. Clearly chocolate, but not quite as strong as some other chocolate brews. A little watered down, almost no bitterness to it. It's sweet, but not too much so. For as really dark as it looks, it kind of masks the fact that there is a little sense of watered down nature to it. If you've had other chocolate porters, or for example the Sam Adams Chocolate Bock that comes in the winter variety pack, you'll be used to very strong, thick, almost mouth-coating chocolate taste. This doesn't quite reach that. The chocolate's noticeable, it's there, but it'll just slide past your taste buds and won't really care to linger too much. For taste, it's not bad. It definitely could have been ruined by a higher ABV or a weaker taste, but again, about 3 out of 7. It's really middle of the road. Yeah, I think that goes as well for the style. Like I said, there's other chocolate-based porters that really can go any different direction depending on other flavor combinations. Either just heavy chocolate, or even as far as there is a beer called Steak Cake, which has some chocolate cake mixed with steak flavor. It's weird, but it is, I would say, a chocolate porter. That is to say that there are a lot of flavor combinations that are possible, and even a higher quality chocolate finish would have been welcome here. For the style, again, 4 out of 7. It's average, but could have done more. I guess that bleeds well into X Factor. It doesn't set itself well apart. About a 2 out of 7. Very drinkable. Again, that watered down nature. Despite being a 5.9%, goes down reasonably smooth. Now, for value, this was a 6-pack for $9.99. Not bad, considering it's, again, 5.9 ABV. Chocolate porters can go higher and therefore can venture on the undrinkable side. But this guy is fairly average value, I think, if not slightly better, but 4 out of 7. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but for me, this is not a very impressive chocolate beer. Again, I mentioned a few other higher quality ones. There are higher ABV chocolate beers that I've recently tried by Wicked Weed, although if I were to do a review on those would fare even worse than this. The ABV really ruins it. In this way, this is not too terribly unbalanced. I probably wouldn't go for it again. Overall, I gotta just call this one average. About a 4 out of 7. Not bad, but there's definitely better beers. Well, thanks for joining me this time. See you around.